Hello everyone, today we're trying out Aginfusion for the first time, which is kind of surprising for me, considering I'm a big fan of Jinteki. We're up against Noise, and that's going to be a difficult matchup. This will probably not showcase the jank that we were hoping to pull off. I'll be honest, when I sat down earlier today and thought about a deck that I wanted to play today, I had a different janky deck in mind. But then the card of the day on Reddit was Loki, so I thought, well, let's mess around with that. So we've actually got the opening hand that we kind of want to show off. So we have Mother Goddess, we have Excalibur, and we have Loki. And those three should keep our centrals safe and allow us to do the other thing, which is off the grid. Unfortunately, Noise does play Parasite, so that is going to cause us trouble. Plus, they can just mill load the things and then run archives. So also not great. I think here we Celebrity Gift and Mother Goddess. Maybe, yeah, that's pretty expected thing for Jinteki's play, and Aginfusion at that. So Parasite and Mills are going to cause trouble, but we'll see what we can do. There's Parasite, World's Net Pavilion. Okay, we know what we're dealing with here. Code Marvelous, I believe, played this on stream a week ago maybe. It is a Siphon deck with God of War, and as you can see, the Mercs, and all kinds of things like that. Martians, Counter Surveillance. But they've gone through a lot of cards, they're going to be trashing an awful lot. So it's not terrible for us. Whereas the Pavilion comes down, and this immediately. So we can start trashing things if we want. Costs us 4 credits, which we play a lot, or we play a lot of money cards, I should say, and we're hoping that we won't need too much. Now, what breaker was... Oh, yeah, it's God of War, of course. And that is, unfortunately, an AI breaker. So this is going to cause trouble. We also play Christian Grid, so we need to find that ASAP. But I think we might just man up and trash this. Meat damage, kind of irrelevant. So let's draw. IPO is good, so let's trash this. And let's get our money back. Levy will allow us to find our one-off Loki, and that will help secure our centrals and our servers and all that kind of thing. Loki could also be decent on HQ, because it'll mean that they have to trash everything that they've drawn with Obelisk, for example. And it could work out okay. There goes the Grease, which is unfortunate. We would have hoped and we would have liked that. I assumed it was going to be an R&D run again. So we will res this. One Parasite in the bin, but of course, Deja Vu is always a thing. And there's Joshua B. Probably worth trashing Joshua B as well. So we can draw, we can... if we install this on HQ actually, that means that they can't just siphon us because we can bounce them. So that actually works out okay. This will allow us to find our Loki, and then we can get Excalibur on Archives, and that keeps everything pretty safe. So they don't have the money for it. We'll leave them off. This is a card that I've never played with before. Curious to see how it works. So it costs 4 credits to look for our piece of ice. But it could be useful. Kind of want to trash Joshua B as well. So I think it'd be worthwhile. Actually, if this is the deck that Code Marvelous is playing, that doesn't play that many viruses. And we've actually found Loki, so that's great. Let's put this on R&D. Let's put this on Archives. And we will trash Joshua B. And now we can start an ourselves setup. We need to find Christian Grid, and we need to find off the grid, and then we're in a good position. God of War comes down. Yeah, that's going to start causing issues. So let's get Jackson down and new remote. Let's draw 2 cards, and let's put it in front of it, just as a possible deterrent. We need to try and find our money cards and our other combo cards. And then I'll feel better about things. So 2 credits for strength isn't great, but virus tokens then for breaking subroutines. And she actually could cause them issues, but at the moment, just want to find some money, and this is good. So let's show them some things that they've seen, and let's show the Chashi. We have one. And Campaign Excalibur. They're probably not going to attack her because it's all that much. I don't think they play Aurora. But we need to find our siphon defense pretty fast. Meanwhile, they can pick things off HQ. They were just goading us into a raise here. Not today. Well, all our gems are coming out. Money up, and let's put the Chashi on HQ. It makes this a barrier if we do res it, but I think it's okay. We just send back some money and our 2 agendas, of course. Next turn might be worthwhile purging. Okay, we'll bounce them with the vanilla. Of course, we could catch them out here as well with Chashi. We'll do 2 damage, and then the run. Plus we'll trash a lot of cards. Because they can't get up to strength. Now this is already kind of irrelevant with this, so I think this is actually a good plan. Yeah, we do siphon ourselves, but it's okay, it doesn't make Loki worse. Because it becomes a barrier. But again, they're playing an AI breaker, so... So they can't get up to strength. We're going to be able to hurt them here. And then the run. So that's worked out pretty well. 2 net. 2 net. In the run. So Mimic, Martians is important. Siphon gone again. Which is great. And it means they're going to have to work hard to get through here. Meanwhile, we need to try and find our... siphon defense. Let's purge here. Get rid of the other levy. We don't need it. This is pretty much our setup. This is kind of what we're relying on for the game. And it means that they're kind of starting from square one all over again. Which suits me just well. So it's going to take them 8 turns to be able to go through Chashi. Oh no, sorry. This is for subroutines. Get confused between this and Darwin. So next turn they can launch an attack again if they want. But it's going to be quite expensive. Meanwhile, I think we click for credits and just chill out. Deja Vu. Parasite. Nope, Martians. That's a good one as well. Starting to pick up a lot of agendas here. 2 in the bin, 3 in hand. Just relying on finding our 3 Crucium grids, 2 off the grids, and then we'll just start scoring out. Now, if they do try and siphon us, we can get rid of this. They're going archives instead. On last click, we'll leave them in. But we will of course reshuffle all the agendas back into R&D. So boop, We could actually leave one in there. Because we do have Jackson to install next turn as well. So sending back money actually isn't bad. Yeah, I'm happy enough for them to see it. We'll get Jackson down next turn and try and money up again. So Caprice is good for HQ. Let's credit and put Jackson into server 2. We do need to start putting things on, or upgrades rather. We can force them to use a token. It doesn't do an awful lot. Actually makes things worse over here as well, so let's leave it off. Let's get rid of our second Jackson, which isn't ideal, but has to be done. Get back this and some more money. Now the question is, where do we want Caprice? They're obviously building to make a charge in R&D. How many counter surveillances have we seen? Just the one, I think. If I can find it. So just one, which means they could go again for a lot of cards. So I think this onto R&D seems like a plan. Credit, and we'll restructure. We can give it 4 subroutines as well, which is nice. So they've brought back Mars for Martians, which means purging here. Actually, no, it's for tags, isn't it? Yes, indeed. Okay, well, we got money. Still no sign of the bits and pieces we actually need. Let's put this on R&D. Let's money up some more. And someday we will be able to find our bits and pieces that we've been looking for from the start and try and start scoring out. Because obviously we don't play a lot of ice, we don't play a lot of big ice. And with this many tokens, it's going to be difficult to keep them out. Now, we can bounce them here if we want into Chiashi, which isn't terrible. Let's do that. It's going to cost them an awful lot of money. And a lot of cards as well. And if you thought this deck was unfair now, wait till you see the full bits and pieces. So they broke 3 subroutines, which means we trash, and we trash. And now they're poor again, which is super. Let's res, and let's res. Mother Goddess becoming... Actually, it's just a buy right now, so it doesn't matter. And... copy Chiashi. Because that'll be 4 more tokens. So we got 2, do 2 damage, do 2 damage, and end the run. This is kind of silly. So gain a credit, money up. As we still wait. With just vanilla on our scoring server, I say in very distinctive air quotes, it's going to cause us some issues. But we've had some really good hits. I'm pretty sure I put it in the deck. Let's money, and let's put this on. Let's go R&D again. If you want to run it, you're going to have to take on a Chiashi. So this is the benefits of playing small ice. You can just keep redirecting into like Chiashi, into Excalibur, all these bits and pieces that they maybe can't deal with. And there's the Parasite, as you'd expect. Oh boy, draw. Let's get this into server 2, and let's draw 2. And there's our off the grid. Right, we're getting somewhere at least. So we'll pitch 1, 2, 3 agendas. And now there's a bit of a race on. So we can direct them into Chiashi once more. Okay. Possibly drew when they didn't mean to. And 0 cards in the stack. That's going to make Chiashi less dangerous. But I'm okay with them being out of cards. Running Archives last click. We could send them into Chiashi here, because otherwise they can cause us issues the next turn. Yeah, I think preventing the data sucker is better for us. And we're going to get to fire. Do 2 net, and end the run. So now they're down to 3 cards, unless they have Levy somewhere. They're not going to be able to steal Obokata Protocol. So let's put Off the Grid into a new remote. Let's put the Brain Trust with it, or the Nisei. Now in theory they can get through here, can't they? Let's try it. So they can kill Loki, that is one of the problems. But of course we can send them towards Chiashi again, which is cheaper with Paperclip, which is now in the bin. But still not cheap. We just have to survive the medium digs, I think. Or are they mathing up? So it's going to cost them 11 plus 4 to get through Chiashi. Same old thing is down. Is Siphon coming? So expensive. And also expensive. Now the question is, do we send them into Chiashi? think we do because I'm not prepared for everything just yet. Next round, of course, they can blow it up and start going to town there, which could cause issues. Or, of course, we could try put down DNA tracker. Wait. Running that server and encountering. Alright. Well, I misread that. So, yeah, you don't get to approach, which means... hold on. 1 sec. Let's try and clear this up. So, paperclip is when you encounter. No. You can get clippy. I believe. I think both are encounter. We'll have to check that out later. But again, we've drained them of all our money. Yeah, not everything is implemented, so I think they're okay. But it is going to cost them a lot of money. And now they go for here, presumably. Yep. So, time to test my Caprice Psy games. Okay, DNA tracker is going to make us very poor, but we'll keep plugging away here. Next turn, advance score, and we can stick brain trust in here. This is still going to be expensive for them. Same old thing, deja vu for parasites. Mars for Martians. Okay, so it's all about the money now. So there are some tweaks that this deck could use, I think. Hey look, Crisium Grid. They're probably not coming HQ, so I think we're okay. And let's just install this into server 3. So it's taken us a while, but now we can start whirlwinding things. I think we're okay. It's going to cost 7. This is now 3, so it's 10 credits total. It might be worth sticking Crisium down. Actually, yes, now it's very more important that we stick Crisium down. So, send them into archives. It does get them a data sucker, but I'm okay with that. So we messed this up. We should have put down Crisium Grid. We got too confident, especially as we'd seen Mars and Martians, so that didn't make much sense. And they do have 2 clicks, so they can run. So we'll hold on to the Nisa for the moment. And they see this, which is kind of funny. Okay, so we're in a bit more trouble again. Let's draw and celebrity gift, because we do need the money. And I think we're good again. We can now res DNA tracker and cause them some issues. Should possibly be trashing Joshua B. But as I say, it's our first time at this. So, you know, mistakes have been made. They don't play back orchestra. So, this is actually going to fire? No, they will have enough with data sucker. Now they've enough to play the Psy game, but not enough to trash her. So we'll give them the 1 axis. Install advanced credit. Seems okay. Suddenly we don't have much money. And our system has fallen apart after finally coming out, and that was purely pilot error. Hopefully they don't show us an imp or a film critic. But good for them to check it. It is important to ensure that the corp isn't playing any funny business. So, this deck, it was slow. It didn't quite function as we kind of hoped. Our last off the grid was quite far down, but you got to see some of the bits and pieces in action. We got our levy quite early that we didn't actually need because Loki came out. We got to bump siphons, we got to bump runs into Chiashi. Just good stuff. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to put the deck list below if you have any comments or critiques. As I say, it's a first draft and first time playing it. Definitely some changes that could be made. I'm surprised I don't have Snare in here, for example, and I don't have like Neural EMP just to punish the Obricata and the Loki kind of runs. But we'll see what we can do. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you very much for watching.